Hey there. If heart-pounding, unforgettable tales are your thing, you're in the perfect spot. Tap that subscribe button and become part of our story-loving crew. Now here's today's story. I was parked outside the supermarket, hands shaking as I stared at the screen. My stomach sank. The name on top of the chat wasn't who I intended. I hadn't messaged my best friend like I meant to. I'd sent it to my husband, and with a single careless tap, I blew up everything. The message was short but devastating. He's starting to catch on. I think I need to slow things down. Last night was risky, but so worth it. That was supposed to go to Mila, the only person who knew, the only one I trusted with the secret. But in my panic, my mind scrambled the names, and I ended up sending it to the man I betrayed. I tried everything. Tried deleting it, turned off Wi-Fi, even thought of yanking the battery, if that was still possible. But too late. I saw the read notification. Hit like a punch. I drove home dazed, hands numb, lips dry, breath shallow. I met Darren 10 years ago. We were broke, hopeful grad students, living with 3 roommates. We slept on the floor, fridge half empty, but we were happy. He made me laugh like no one else. Made me feel seen. For a while we were solid. But halfway in, life got heavy. His startup and my job began to pull us apart. We barely crossed paths, shared quick kisses and unfinished thoughts. Somewhere along the line, we stopped truly seeing each other. Then came Nolan. He ran the account I had landed. Confident, older, dangerous, and thrilling after years of routine. I didn't plan to be unfaithful. Started small. Playful words. A hand lingering a moment too long. Drinks after meetings. Then during a trip to Chicago, we crossed a line. I swore it would be once, a mistake I'd carry. But it didn't stop. The secrecy became addictive. So did the attention. He made me feel wanted again, like I mattered. We used fake names at hotels. Messaged through encrypted apps. A hidden life I thought I had control over. I never stopped loving Darren. That's what I told myself every night. I'd slip back into our bed and pretend. But I was selfish. When I reached home after sending that message, silence met me. Darren's car was gone. His phone went to voicemail. I wandered around the house, anxiety eating me alive. He came back just past midnight. Face blank. Walked straight past me, grabbed a suitcase. "Where are you going?" I barely whispered. No reply. "Darren." He turned and held up his phone. "Risky, huh?" Voice. Piercing words. I opened my mouth but no sound came. He shook his head, grabbed his keys and walked out. Didn't even slam the door. The following days felt like a fog. He didn't answer calls. Ignored my texts. I even showed up at work, but his assistant blocked me. I sent emails. Long, rambling apologies. Nothing. Mila was furious. "You texted him," she groaned. "How do you screw up that badly?" I was panicking, I whispered. I thought he knew something. Now he did. I cut ties with Nolan instantly. Blocked him. Told him it was done. His reply. "We both knew this wouldn't end clean. Was it worth it?" Well, none of it was. 2 weeks of silence later, Darren messaged. He wanted to meet at a diner we used to go to in our early years. I went early, heart pounding. He walked in wearing his old leather jacket. The one from our first dates. He looked drained. We sat in silence until he said, "Tell me everything. No lies." And I did. Every detail. The guilt. The shame. I confessed like I was on trial. Cried through every word. When I finished, he didn't shout or break down. He just nodded. "That's what I figured. Do you hate me?" he asked. He stared at me. I don't even know what I feel. But I can't unsee that message. I can't unknow this. Begged. Therapy, time apart, anything but this emptiness. But Darren had already chosen. "I've been thinking," he said. "You were my person. Maybe you still are in some broken way. But I can't stay in this version of us." 2 weeks later we separated. The house felt colder than I imagined. I'd still make 2 cups of coffee. Still fold his clothes by mistake. Tortured myself with our wedding pictures. Photos of us smiling, believing love would be easy. I sometimes wonder if I subconsciously wanted to get caught. The guilt had been eating me alive. Maybe that message was my cry for help. Months passed. Darren still hasn't filed for divorce, but we barely speak. He's living with his brother. I stay busy to dodge the silence. I haven't seen Nolan since the breakup. Sometimes I think I spot him on the street and feel sick. I'm not asking for pity. I ruined something precious. That message wasn't meant for Darren, but it revealed the truth I'd been hiding. Didn't destroy us. I did. And the worst part, I still love him. I still dream about that little apartment, no furniture, just laughter and belief. That version of us may be lost. But if I had just 1 second back, just one, I'd do it all differently. Because it wasn't the message that ended my marriage. It was me.